Got a few comments recently requesting that I talk about Scrum Fall or Water Scrum Fall, and this is exactly what we'll cover today. What is Scrum Fall? Why are people using it? What are the benefits? What are the cons? And should you be using it? Should you start using it in your organization, in your team? First, let's quickly define Waterfall and Scrum. Waterfall emerged from common practice during the early days of the IT industry. It's a project management approach which emphasizes a linear progression from the beginning to the end of a project, including multiple sequential phases up to delivery of a product or service. Requirements, design, build, integration, testing, and delivery to customers all in a sequential order. Different phases, very similar to a waterfall, goes down in a sequential order, and you can typically go back up. Scrum, on the other hand, is an agile framework for teams to get work done. A reactivity, artifact, ritual in Scrum enables the team to provide more visibility, make commitments, and focus on continuous improvement. Scrum teams work in fixed iterative cycles which usually last 2 weeks. These cycles are called sprints, and at the end of each sprint, a working increment of a product or service is delivered. So instead of spending weeks, months, designing, building, writing all the requirements, then doing the development, then doing the testing in sequential order, and then at the end, maybe 1 year later, 2 years later, releasing a huge application. Scrum focuses on small increments, small versions of a product, of a service, collecting feedback from customers, adapting with this feedback and delivering something better, improved version, collecting feedback again, and it goes on until the final product is released. Now, as the name suggests, Scrum Fall or Water Scrum Fall is a hybrid of Waterfall and Scrum. The water part covers the upfront planning, project planning aspects such as direction, timeline, budget. Scrum is featured in the middle part of a project, in the development part of a project up to delivery. In theory, using these two methodologies at the same time, combination of both creates a flexible approach where you can get all the benefits of Scrum and the waterfall model. Here's how it looks on paper. Waterfall with Scrum sprints scattered throughout the project. Basically, some organizations use agile principles, Scrum communication techniques in their day-to-day project development. But for defining requirements, planning, budgeting, or documenting the project's progress, they revert to a waterfall model. Now, it begs the question, we are now 2 decades in the 21st century talking about the failings of a waterfall model for the past 50 years, and through the application of logic, common sense, and sometimes retirement of people, I've come across fewer and fewer people advocating the use of a waterfall or the benefits of a waterfall model. So given the industry consensus that the waterfall model is outdated, waterfall bad, why are we even talking about Scrum Fall? Well, you see, it has to happen. In most Agile and Scrum implementation, there's something that happens. It goes back to the waterfall model, or at least it's very hard to prevent it. Let me explain. For me, it all starts with the product owners. They have a vision and they make decisions about the product, about the service, on what the team needs to build. They own the product, or at least they are supposed to own the product. But in organizations, in most organizations I work with, I rarely see that. I see a product owner. The product owner, they tell you that the product owner owns the product. But behind the scenes is stakeholders driving the product, telling the product owner what to do, building the product owner's roadmap, features, setting, deadlines, driving the product sometimes in different directions without any clear vision or purpose. And you know what these stakeholders want the most? They want to know when the product will be released. They want to set a deadline, and they want the team to respect this deadline. They don't care about the product, the service. They don't care about the customer. The product is a tool for them, a tool to cash in that fat check, that fat bonus, to just achieve something. They don't care about if the product works or not. They want to achieve that. They want to release products in the timeline that they set. And sometimes there's even multiple stakeholders dealing with a single team, a single product owner. Each one with their own specific agenda. Each one with their own roadmap, their own feature that they want to build. Constantly, day in, day out, repeating the same thing. Why are we not keeping as per this deadline? Why are we late? Why are we not going faster? Why is the team lazy? This is what creates Waterfall. Waterfall loves efficiency, and with this constant pressure from stakeholders to deliver faster and faster, efficiency is the priority. We need to be productive. We need to be productive every single day, and everything else is a very far second in terms of priority, including what the customer wants, including providing value to the customer. You start seeing things in this type of environment. You start seeing the daily stand-up, the daily scrum. Why are we even going to the daily scrum? People start asking, why are we going to the daily scrum? I don't care about working with other people. I need to be productive every single day. I need to be productive during the day. Why are we wasting 15 minutes in the daily scrum every morning? Why do I need to collaborate? I want to work alone. Let Mary write the requirements, then send it to Bob, who does the UX. Then once you're ready, both of you are ready, you tell me and I will start the development. Then I will send to Jenny, who does the QA, the testing. And please ensure that all the requirements are ready at least 1 or 2 sprints ahead before I start the development. That's not Scrum. That's Waterfall. Or more precisely, Scrumfall. Scrumfall kills Agile because you can't change course easily with the roadmaps, fixed deadlines, stakeholders waiting in line, applying pressure, constant pressure to the team. Scrumfall also kills the product, the service, because no one cares about the customer. What they care about is their own personal agenda to get that fat check, that fat bonus. And even the core premise of Scrumfall is flawed. It assumes that you can use Scrum during the development up to delivery and get all the benefits of Scrum. But if you read the Scrum Guide 2020, Scrum is free and offered in this guide. Scrum's roles, events, artifacts, and rules are immutable, and although implementing all the parts of Scrum is possible, the result is not Scrum. So don't expect to get all the benefits of Scrum if you're not using Scrum or applying Scrum as per the book. Okay, I'll stop ranting now. If you want to use Scrumfall even after all this, please do. You'll go faster. Yeah, you'll be more efficient, more productive. You'll go faster in the short term. If you want to give the illusion of going fast to your stakeholders in the short term, please use Scrumfall or even the Waterfall model. But if the customer is your priority, if you want to deliver working increments, working products, features every single sprint, get feedback from customers, deliver something better next time, use Scrum, use Agile, don't use Scrumfall. If you want more tips, insights on Agile, Scrum, personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.